project is based around the issues we've found with learners in the workplace who need maths and English skills updating. At the moment, our old delivery model was bringing learners into the college for 3 hours a week, teaching them maths and English, leading them towards an exam. And that didn't actually work for learners who were perhaps in a small business and there was one learner and they could be quite a long way away from the college, or large businesses. We needed something for learners who were based in the workplace who needed to upskill their maths and English. This project is about us finding ways and methods using the current funding model that meets those learners' needs as well as employers' needs and the needs of the staff and the college quality requirements.
I've had recent experience with an employer where they've actually commented that communication skills really need to be improved vastly. A number of their learners actually have English as a foreign language. There are also a couple there with dyslexia as well, so there's sort of multi-problems, if you like, to address.
If there's a problem that's really highlighted in their work, like for example in retail, where learners might be cashing up or giving change, that kind of thing, and if there's a problem from there, then the employers are quite keen for us to help them.
They'd far rather that it was actually delivered in the workplace than actually coming into the college, for instance, in a classroom situation.
If we have got a learner who is really low, and a low that the team are able to deal with, then we will do their Skills for Life first to upskill them prior to putting them onto the apprenticeship. But I think we need to relate it a little bit more to the industry that they're in.
Could we pick relating it to health and safety that would cover all areas? Because as for us as delivery, would that be too generic? You still want it related to the
you need
specific?
to choose a subject that's a bit more
whizzy. If we themed it to customer service, would that meet your needs rather than us trying to write 7 different themes?
Yes, because that would relate into all of the sectors.
Yes. Yep.
We need to make sure that we have systems, processes, so that we actually achieve above the national average.
It's the outside influences that can have an impact that sometimes can be beyond our control.
We have the same issue in hospitality because it has peaks and troughs in it. We have to take into consideration when are they going to be their busiest time periods, because some of them may be working 60 hours a week and not getting the time to do the learning, whereas in, say, January, for example, they may be working 20 hours a week. We do site visits with our assessors. We sample the portfolios as we go through. We get the assessors to do skill scans for all of the areas that they assess. And then just generally sort of doing one-to-ones with them, and they will bring things up or say where they don't feel confident or they'd like some additional support.
I normally engage with the employer to sort of establish their needs and requirements, and then obviously, as necessary, I do information sessions to their employees or volunteers.
We've taken 3 electrical apprentices for the last 6 or 7 years. I
place people within the organisation through the apprenticeship service.
We need at least B grades at GCSEs for the report writing and the calculations that have to be completed by an electrician.
Employers see the requirement far more now than they probably ever have.
I present it to our clients, so we need a certain standard. We very quickly pick up if there are any failings in terms of literacy and numeracy that haven't been apparent to us, but we do look to our provider to help us. If extra support's got to be given to any particular individual, it's got to be timed quite carefully to make sure that we have got a quiet area or a free desk for that individual. But time's money, to be honest.
So I think we've learned that we need to make our resources vocationally relevant, and customer service seems to hit the spot. We were hoping it would be, or thinking it would be, something like health and safety, but that's definitely from today seems to be a no. I think we've learned that the employers and our written research that we've read also seems to pick this up, that actually they do want the skills to be there of maths and English, but they don't really want to pay for it and they don't want it to be in their time. Although some employers are happy for that, but in majority, and especially for us, we've got a lot of small businesses and medium businesses. Actually, they haven't got time for their learners, their employees, to be away learning maths and English. So we have to have a system that means that the learners can do it in their own time. We need to make sure that we don't use the word blended learning in our particular case to mean just e-learning, because it's certainly not that. It's a definite mixture of all things together. We need to now look at our resources, make sure they're customer focused. I think then start working with our existing teams to make sure what we've got is right, make any tweaks or changes that we need to make, and then move into the new team areas which we know are going to be slightly more challenging. So we need to get the quality right, we need to get it right for the employers, and we need to get it right for the people that are delivering, and most importantly the learners.